Good morning. I'm Jennifer Burks, the athletic director at Perry High School. I would like to welcome you to the second of our 2 signing day celebrations. Today we have the opportunity to honor 22 of our student athletes. I'd first like to mention the athletes who signed earlier today. Cade Berger for football at the United States Air Force Academy. Austin Bren, football at the University of Jamestown. Natalia Del Sante, softball at Kenyon College. Kate Miller, cross country and track at Arizona State University. Kylie Miller, cross country and track at the Arizona State University. Carter Ritchie, baseball at South Mountain Community College. Ashley Rodarte, badminton at Arizona Christian University. Grant Sands, football at Weber State University. Ryan Severson, football at Western New Mexico University. Justin Still, baseball at the University of New Mexico. And Dane White, football at the University of Jamestown. So now let's recognize the athletes in front of us. Emily Bennett will be attending Southeastern University in Florida for soccer. Cannon Bongard will be attending the University of Arizona for beach volleyball. Jasmine Brass will be attending Boise State University for soccer. Sierra Heron will be attending Minot State University for soccer. Joey Lujan will be attending Kansas State University for soccer. Emmy Madelon will be attending Metropolitan State University of Denver for soccer. Michaela Reed will be attending Northern Arizona University for soccer. Kylie Rayberger will be attending South Mountain Community College for golf. Anna Rivera will be attending Benedictine University Mesa for soccer. Malia Urashiro will be attending the University of South Alabama for golf. And Adelie Zeckman will be attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for soccer. We are especially proud to have these 11 student athletes represent us at the next level. Each one of them represents all that is good about high school athletics. They are strong both in the classroom and on the field. Together, they average a 3.98 GPA, with multiple athletes over a 4.0 and one with an astonishing 4.8. Athletically, this group is also outstanding. Many of them have been involved in the state championship finals, and all have been in the state playoffs. Individually, they have quite a resume. Emily, Sierra, Emmy, Elena, and Adelie are major contributors on our top-ranked and undefeated girls soccer team. Jasmine and Michaela are all state, all Arizona, all region, and all CUSD. Joey Lujan adds all of these, plus All-American. Cannon, Kylie, and Malia have also all been named All-Region and All-CUSD. Their accomplishments say a lot about the quality of our sports programs, coaches, parents, teachers, and athletes from Perry High School. Thank you to all of the things that you have done and all of the sacrifices that you have made and the honors that you have brought to Perry. So from Perry High School, I want to congratulate each of you on your success. And I want each of you to know that even though you are about to become a Scorch, a Bronco, a Beaver, a Roadrunner, a Lumberjack, a Cougar, a Red Hawk, a Jaguar, an Eagle, and a couple of Wildcats, you will always be Pumas to us. And so at this time, we have a few words from our coaches about each athlete. Coach Mann, if you could please come up first and talk about Cannon.
Yeah, this is amazing. You know, I've been at Perry long enough. A few years ago, we used to be stoked to have 2 or 3 athletes sign, and now we got a stage full of young ladies and a second session going on. So congratulations to all the athletes and to all the parents. It's awesome to see you guys represented at the next level. I'm here to recognize Cannon Bongard. Cannon is going to U of A, as was mentioned earlier, as a beach volleyball player. She played for us last year, but unfortunately that season got cut short. One match for us last year, but she's been in our program for a few years. And so Cannon's an amazing beach volleyball player. She's super smart and crafty as a player, understanding of the game of beach volleyball. She's got great instincts. She's got a great attitude. She's just one of these young ladies that's got a smile on her face all the time, is super positive with her teammates, such a good teammate. She's makes the entire team better, and everybody on our team wants to play for her. She's always cheering for the other girls and supporting them, so she just brings our team together. And she's, like I said, she's got a fun personality, and she's always got a good attitude and a smile on her face. And I think she's a good beach volleyball player already, but I think she can take it to a completely new level and be an unbelievable player at the college level. So I'm proud to introduce to you guys Cannon Bongard.
All right, next we have Coach John Roberts coming up to talk about our soccer girls.
Good morning. I have lots of notes to keep me on track. As the girls know, I can ramble and probably talk the rest of the day. So to keep me on track, I'm going to kind of follow my notes. But this is a great day for Perry soccer. We have 8 girls signing today, which is the most ever in our program. So it's incredible, and it's also they're setting a standard that future girls are going to try to obtain here. Before I start, though, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting the athletes. They're all tremendous competitors in their sports. And to all the athletes on stage, never forget the fact that you have accomplished something that so many have tried to achieve, but have never realized their dream. I did some research, and overall about 7% of high school athletes go on to play a sport in college. Less than 2% of high school athletes go on to play NCAA Division I school in a Division I school. You have truly conquered something special, and never get complacent. Everyone knows that I love sports, and I love John Wooden quotes. And I'm going to quote one that I love. It's success comes from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. All of these athletes up here are on their way to create their own success stories. Emily wants to be a nurse. Jazz wants to be an oncologist. Sierra, an x-ray technician. Joey, a nurse. Emmy, a cognitive behavioral therapist. Michaela will work in business. Elena, a dietitian. And Adelie wants to become a surgeon. These ladies can become whoever they want to be. They're unbelievably talented, as you heard their GPAs. And they're all driven, not just by themselves, but by their parents, and it shows on the soccer field. Having these young women on our program has been a blessing for me, and I have no doubt that the best of things in life are yet to come for you guys. This has been a crazy year so far, full of all kinds of emotions, both good and bad. And even through all of it, these ladies and their teammates have put in a lot of work the past several months. Even though we have not achieved our team goal yet, they've met one of their personal goals that they've been striving for many years. It has taken them many years in dedication to get to this point, and I truly commend you for your hard work and dedication. You all know how proud of you I am. Very few know what you guys have had to give up to be here today. Trust me, your peers know, and we know that you've had to give up a lot to be here, and it's to your credit that you're able to get this far. But you're not done yet. Before I let these young ladies talk, I just wanted to say a few words about each player. In the past, I keep mentioning it, and I'm going to do this forever because I enjoy doing it. A few years ago, about 6 years ago, girls on the team came up with one word for each player. And I really like it because it makes me think of each player in a different way. So much like in years past, I couldn't find one word to describe them, but two words keep popping in my head for them as a whole, and it's commitment and consistent. And Mia Hamm once said, if you don't love what you do, you won't do it with much conviction or passion. Our program, their club coaches, and their parents have been working with these young ladies for years to install the many character traits that they possess. And the bottom line is, if you would not be up here if you did not possess every positive character trait that there is. So I wanted to talk a little bit about each player, and I'm going to start with Emily. She's one of our most hardworking players. When I think of Emily, I think of work ethic. I had to beg her to play all last year, every day. She knows it. And I'm so grateful that she decided to play with us this season. She's been sort of a utility player for us this year, and she's played in the midfield, she's played up top, and she just flat out excels. There's not a position that we can put her in that she won't excel at. Due to her hard work and dedication, she is one of the reasons she's a playmaker in whatever position we have, and we are blessed that she has been so versatile. She's logged 4 goals so far this year, and our 4 has 2 assists. Jazz, she's consistent. She became a full-time starter her sophomore year and has been outstanding the last 3 seasons. Her ability to make saves are remarkable. She's a 3-year starter and has the fewest goals against in school history, much less than half a game. In her 52 games played, she currently has 45 shutouts. That's amazing. She's only given up 10 goals and even tallied an assist in her high school career. Jazz is also a captain this year. Sierra, she started at outside back the past few years, and she's willing to do whatever she can to help our team. She's had to adjust her mindset a bit to play center back for us. When I think of Sierra, I think of committed. Sierra is a true student of the game and is always analyzing situations. She's one of the reasons why we have one of the toughest back lines in the state to score on. When playing outside back, Sierra makes great runs out of the back and has numerous assists to show for her hard work, especially from her throw-ins. She's logged 1 goal and 5 assists in her high school career to date. When I think of Joey, I think of determined. If you ask her peers, she's the face of Perry soccer. She doesn't necessarily have flashy stats, but she is what all Perry soccer players should strive to become. She is an all-around as solid as they come. There is not one position that we can put her in that she will not excel at. Also, due to her hard work and dedication, she is one of the reasons why we have one of the toughest offenses and defenses, because she's able to go both sides and cover us very well in the midfield. She's a playmaker in whatever position we have her, and we're blessed that she's been so versatile as well. Joey has logged 24 goals and 38 assists in her high school career to date, and she is also a captain. For Emmy, my word is resilient. Not many people can go through the injuries that she's had to continue to pursue, that she's had, and has been able to continue to pursue her dream to play collegiate soccer. She is always working hard in the classroom and on the soccer field and wants to be the best that she can be. She's a true team player. She understands how to defend the opposing team better than anyone. She's logged 2 goals and 2 assists in her high school career to date. For Michaela, my word is conscientious. Michaela is a player that wears her heart on her sleeve and just wants to be the best player that she can be. From the moment I met her as a freshman, I knew she was special. I actually texted Keat and said, we have a great freshman forward that's going to make an impact on our program right away. And she has. In 64 varsity games played, she's totaled 41 goals and had 31 assists to date. She's a true team player. Michaela is also a captain this year. For Elena, my word is accomplished. If you asked Elena a few years ago if she thought she had a chance to be up here as a senior getting ready to sign, she probably, not because of ability, but all of the injuries she's had to overcome. I'm so proud of you, Elena. Elena plays a tough position and a lot of work. We never have to worry about Elena not putting in effort. She's logged 1 goal yesterday. Good job, Elena. And had 1 assist in her high school career. When I think of Adley, I think of selfless. Adley can create not only shots for herself, but has the ability to draw defenders to her and create opportunities for others. She currently has scored 10 goals and has 2 assists. She's had a few unfortunate injuries throughout her career as well, and she would have easily tripled her stats. We are counting on her to stay healthy the remainder of the season. When I think of all these athletes sitting up here, I think of perseverance. You're all amazing at your crafts. Just remember what it took for you to get here, and nothing can stop you from obtaining your goals. Morton Anderson, who you probably don't know, he's a former kicker. He once said, "What you give will grow, what you keep will perish." You have given our program an abundance of opportunities and successes, and we're going to be so much better because of you guys. In these 4 years, these 8 players have helped our program go 65, 7, and 5, scoring 326 goals while giving up only 30. This makes them a part of a team that has had the best 4 years in Perry history. They've been a part of 2 back-to-back region titles, hopefully another one as of this Friday. A quarterfinal finish with 2 final finishes and hopefully a state championship on March 19th. You have truly set the standard for Perry soccer for years to come. I would like to end with one more quote from John Wooden. "Success is never final, failure is never fatal, it's courage that counts." You all know how much love and admiration I have for all of you. I am so proud of you and everything you have accomplished to date. You have turned into true leaders. When you leave Perry in May, you will leave a legacy for future players to try to achieve. We have just one more team accomplishment left to achieve. Congratulations, ladies.
All right. And now we have Coach Scott Yorshiro to talk about our golfers. I think he's making his way around.
Just like walking the golf course. All right. So Kylie Rayberger. Endurance is a word that comes to my mind. I can't begin this speech without going back to 2019. Kylie, who had been a dual sport athlete, played golf and soccer. It's tough enough to balance school and a sport, let alone school and 2 sports. The golf coaches were telling Kylie to quit soccer, focus on golf. That was me. The soccer coaches were telling Kylie, finish out soccer and do golf on the side. This is a tough position for any young athlete because the athlete wants to continue playing both sports. This is what Kylie did. Golfers at Perry to compete in the 2019 state championship. As a coach, I was excited for the opportunity ahead of Perry. Unfortunately, Kylie's last week of club soccer, she tore her ACL in a soccer game. The situation was initially absolute heartbreak for Kylie, her parents, her golf teammates, her friends, and soccer teammates. A coach never wants to have a player experience this type of adversity. I wouldn't have blamed Kylie if she would have chosen to stay home and rest. But no, she traveled with the golf team to support the team at state. Kylie should have been out there competing, yet she put the disappointment of her own injury aside to overcome her situation. She was the best teammate a coach could have ever asked for. This leads me to an important point. The best ACL comeback of 2020 is hands down, knees down, Kylie Rayberger. Tammy and Steve, your belief and encouragement were instrumental in her recovery. You are to be commended. The support of your daughter and of me at Perry is unprecedented, and I thank you. Kylie wasn't supposed to be swinging a golf club until August of 2020, which makes it a bit tough to be competitive in her senior high school year. She out-recovered and outperformed what the doctors forecasted and was swinging a club in May. She went on to have her best high school finish in 2020. She won some medalist honors at matches and improved her score by 10 strokes from the previous year. Kylie was also named second team All-Premier Region this season, as well as All-CUSD Honorable Mention. I am so proud of what you have accomplished this season. As Kylie's coach, I am honored, humbled, and inspired to have been a part of her journey. Kylie, I am not surprised you are playing collegiate golf. You have endured. You have the potential to be great beyond what you imagine. An ACL tear set you on a course to make a difficult decision to pick between soccer and golf. You picked golf and are now playing golf at the collegiate level. You are an inspiration of courage and determination to those around you. I know you will continue to do great things. Coach Kara at South Mountain is lucky to have you in her program. Congratulations, Kylie. Oh, they say when you're coach, you're not supposed to have a favorite player. Well, I can honestly say that this golfer is my favorite player of all time, and that's my daughter, Malia Ueshiro. Coach Luther at South Alabama is getting a very special player. The Jaguars are currently ranked 15th in the nation in NCAA Division I women's golf. South Alabama will get a player who is, and John Roberts, I'm stealing your thunder, got some words for my daughter here. Courageous. Malia had the courage to give up club soccer towards the end of her 8th grade year to try a different sport, which thankfully was golf. To start a new sport before entering high school and now earning a scholarship to play at a college sport is so rare among high school athletes. Competitive. Malia is a fierce competitor and has one of the strongest mindsets I have ever encountered. She does not let a bad shot determine her round. She is a grinder who knows how to compete. As an example of this, we had a golf match with the national champions Pinnacle High School at Talking Stick Golf Course. Pinnacle was on fire that day, and after 4 holes, they had 5 of their golfers on top of the leaderboard. I caught up with Malia coming off the 5th green, driving in the golf cart, and yes, for those of you, I didn't have to use a booster chair. I could see perfectly fine over the steering wheel. So I was driving up to Malia, coming off the 5th green. She comes up to me and asks me, "Dad, did you see the leaderboard? We have no one in the top 5. And I said, "Well, let's do something about it then, kid." She then says, "I'm not going to let us be swept off the leaderboard." She proceeded to finish the final 4 holes, par, par, birdie, birdie, to shoot 2 under and finish second in the match. Athletic. It's hard to believe Malia has only been playing golf for a little under 4 years. Most of the top junior golfers have been playing golf since they were 7 years old. This shows you how athletic Malia is. It is pretty impressive to be a top 5 golfer in the class of 2021 in the state of Arizona with less than 4 years of golfing experience. Hard worker. Driven to be the best she can be, it is not uncommon to see her practice her game 3 to 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. Malia set the bar for other Perry golfers, and this motivated them to elevate their level of play for the past 2 years. Malia will leave Perry High School with the most acknowledgments a Perry girls golfer has ever had. Besides having all of the school's scoring records, she has been on the All-Premier Region team all 4 years, second team her freshman year, and first team All-Region the past 3 years. Many of you know that the Premier Region is the strongest conference in the state of Arizona. She also has been selected first team All-CUSD for the past 3 years. 2 of those years, she was selected All-CUSD Player of the Year. Malia, as your coach and dad, I can truly say it has been special watching you grow as a player and as a person. Now, you can join your 2 older sisters, Delaney and Shaylin, with the privilege and honor of playing a Division I sport in college. Congratulations, Malia.
That was awesome. All right. Now comes the fun part where I get to pass the mic and we get to hear from our student athletes themselves. And so if we're ready to go, here you go. You're first.
Having always put my faith and trust in God, I am extremely blessed for the opportunity to continue playing the sport I love, feeling that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am so grateful for the love and support of both my parents who have been by my side at the beginning of my journey. I am very appreciative of the impact that each and every coach and teammate has had on me, pushing me to train and perform to the best of my abilities. I would like to thank Coach Allen and Coach Peter for believing in me and providing me with the opportunity to grow at the next level. I cannot wait to see what the Lord has in store for me next.
I'd like to thank my family, friends, teammates, coaches Fred Mann and Steve Walker at University of Arizona for giving me the opportunity to continue my athletic and academic career. It's been a blessing and such an honor to compete here at Perry High School and meet all of you girls, no matter what sport you play. So thank you. I would not change anything for the world.
All right, so first off, I'd like to thank my parents sitting here, Jeff and my whole family, because I really wouldn't be here sitting here today if it weren't for them and pushing me to be the best person I can be. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I wouldn't have gotten anywhere without you. Next, I want to thank all my coaches, Roberts, Brett, Keat, Dwayne, Paul, Ollie, because I wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for their guidance. Thank you to all my teammates for just being there for me. And I'm so lucky to call all of you guys my best friends. Everyone sitting over there, love you, third period. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Coach Jim, Liz, and Max for taking a huge chance on me, and I'm so excited to be a part of the Bronco Nation. Finally, I'd like to give a huge shout out to anyone who told me I was too short, too loud, or not good enough to do it, because ultimately it was you who pushed me every single day and took me the courage to prove you wrong. Go Broncos!
First off, I would like to thank God for gifting me with the ability to play the sport I love. Next, just to my biggest fans, especially my parents for sacrificing their time and energy to allow me to pursue my dreams. To my grandparents and brothers for everything they have done for me. Next, I want to thank all of my friends, to Malia, Elena, and Joey, who have become my best friends, and I cannot wait to see where life takes us all. Additionally, I am super blessed for all of my teammates who make practicing games my escape where I can laugh and play soccer with my best friends. I'd also like to thank Coach Roberts, Coach Brett, Coach Keat, Coach Boone, Coach Rogers, and Coach Tim for shaping me into the player I am today. Lastly, I'm extremely grateful to Coach Chris at Minot State for giving me the opportunity to play soccer at the collegiate level. Go Beavers!
I'd like to begin with thanking God for blessing me with the love I have for this game. Next, I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and pushing me to be the best athlete and person I could possibly be. I'd also like to thank the rest of my family members, like my grandparents, my sisters, for always supporting me and being there for all my games, as well as my best friends, Sierra, Malia, and Elena, who never fail to make me laugh. Finally, I'd like to thank all my coaches for pushing me to this point, Coach Brett, Keat, Roberts, Boone, Rogers, Summer, Tim, and especially Coach Mike Dabini, who I'll be playing under for the next 4 years. Thank you, go Wildcats.
I want to thank my coaches and teammates that have pushed me over the last 14 years to become the player that I am today, especially Summer for me through all my countless injuries and setbacks. But most importantly, I want to thank my parents for driving me crazy, but constantly loving me and believing in me. Love you guys.
First, I want to congratulate all the girls that are up here with me. I'm friends with each of them, and I feel very lucky to be able to share this cool moment with you guys. I'm excited to watch you all at your colleges, and I hope our friendships last well beyond that. I'd like to thank God first for giving me this opportunity to play the game that I love for another 4 years, for a healthy body, the best support system, and amazing coaches and teammates. I'd like to thank my parents next. They introduced me to soccer, and over the last 10 years, they have sacrificed so much for my sister and I to be able to play our sport. They have supported me and challenged me and stood by my side through everything, not just soccer. Your guys' love inspires me every day, and I know I grew up with the best parents that I could ever ask for. So thank you, and I love you. Not done yet. I want to thank the coaches here at Perry, Coach Roberts, Coach Keat, Coach Brett, and of course Coach Boone and Rogers in the weight room. They've helped all of us become better players with speed, with strength, with skill. So thank you to them for their constant guidance and preparing us for the next level. Lastly, I want to thank my teammates. You guys are what makes me love the game so much. When things are stressful, we keep each other grounded, we push each other to be better. My teammates have always been my best friends in life, on and off the field. So I love you guys and thank you for all the memories.
To start, I would like to thank my family for always being my biggest support system. My dad especially golf, my mom for cheering me up after my bad rounds, and Haley and Caden for sometimes coming to the range with me, even when you didn't really want to. A big thanks to Mr. Yu for always believing in me, Coach Jeremy for always pushing me to be the best player I can be, and Coach Chelsea for giving me the opportunity to play at the next level. Thanks to my soccer girls who have been there through everything, and I can't wait to see what each of your future holds. And Malia, thanks for being the best practice partner and always beating me in our putting competitions and then making me buy you food for it. Lastly, my best friends, Sid, Mads, Mick, and Em, thank you for always being my biggest fans. I couldn't be where I am today without all of you, and I'm very excited to be playing at the next level as a Coug.
First off, I'd like to thank God for giving me the ability to play the sport that I love. I'd also like to thank my parents for all they have done for me and my sisters for always supporting me. Thanks to all my teammates for always pushing me to be the best. And special thanks to Malia, Sierra, and Joy for being my best friends and always hyping me up. Thank you to all my coaches, Coach Roberts, Coach Boone, Brett, Keat, Rogers, and Coach Derek for helping me become the player I am today. I'd also like to thank Coach Tim for giving me the opportunity to continue my soccer career. I can't wait to officially join the Ben U family. Go Redhawks.
Most importantly, I'd like to thank God for giving me this amazing glory to Him. Next, I'd like to thank all my coaches, especially my swing coach, Jeremy Anderson, who's been such a big factor in my success, treating me as part of his family and sacrificing his time to make me better. I'd like to thank Coach Boone. I'd like to thank Coach Bernier for recognizing my potential and giving me a chance to play for Perry. I'd like to thank Coach Nold for being one of my best fans, Coach Luther for this opportunity and believing in me to play at his program, and of course, my dad. I'd like to also thank all my teammates for their guidance, pushing me to be better and paving the way for our golf program. I'd like to thank my friends, Lexi, Joey, Sierra, and Elena, for their constant support and the endless laughs, especially when you guys were lined up doing the wave and jumping around with your poster to support me at state. We may have to work on your guys' golf etiquette. I'd like to thank my family for their sacrifices and constant love. Mom, thanks for your wisdom, giving me the best pep talks, and being such a great mental coach. And Dad, thank you for always driving me to practice and letting me take naps on the way, as well as showing me the perfect example of how not to golf. But seriously, you guys have done so much for me, and I love you guys so much. I'd also like to thank the Tusings, my grandparents, and my uncle for their presence and genuine support, as well as sacrificing countless hours to support me at state. And lastly, I'd like to thank my sisters, who I know are watching right now on live stream, Delaney and Shay, for setting such a great example of what it takes to be a D1 athlete and their uplifting encouragement. Even though their golf IQs are pretty low, they're my biggest fans. Go Jags.
I first want to thank my family for their continuous love and support. Mom and Dad, I honestly don't know what I would have done without you, and I'm forever grateful that you accompanied me on this challenging yet rewarding journey. I also want to thank all of my coaches, but especially Coach Summer, Roberts, Keat, and Brett for shaping me into the player I've become. And I want to thank my friends for putting up with my constant complaints of sore muscles and busy weekends. And of course, to my teammates for all the endless laughs and pushing me to improve every day. Last but not least, I'm very grateful to Coach Todd and Liz for giving me the opportunity to continue my soccer career. I'm super excited to study forensic biology while playing the sport I love for the next 4 years at Embry-Riddle. Go Eagles.
All right, so now is the big time. Go ahead and take out your papers and your pens. All right, today it's officially 10:53 a.m. on February 3rd, 2021. So if you will go ahead and sign. All right, let's give him a big round of applause. So from Perry High School, I just want to congratulate you again and thank you for all that you have done for Perry High School. Each one of you has represented yourselves, your families, and Perry High School at the very top level. And we are so looking forward to seeing what you all will accomplish now at the next level. For a few of you up here, most of you up here, there's still a little bit of work left to do. So don't forget you are a Puma until we get that accomplished, okay? All right, so that officially ends our ceremony. What I do need from you guys, though, is we will take pictures out in the courtyard. I do need a picture of each of you with mom and dad and your signs. They're yours to keep, but we do take those for the pictures as well. And congratulations again. Go Pumas.